What can you really see in just 48 hours in Ljubljana? Turns out, a lot more than you'd expect. From a castle sitting high above the city, to cobblestone streets, riverside cafés, and some of the most unique architecture in Europe, this place packs everything into one walkable centre. In just 2 days, we explored the highlights, found incredible local food, and discovered why this small city might be one of Europe's most underrated destinations. Walking through the streets of Ljubljana, it feels like you've stepped into a city designed to be explored slowly. Narrow cobblestone lanes wind between pastel buildings with cafes spilling out onto the street and the quiet hum of conversation all around you. There's no rush here, just a steady rhythm that pulls you forward. As you move closer to the centre, the space begins to open up. The streets widen, the crowds gather, and the energy shifts. Then suddenly, you arrive at Prešeren Square, the heart of the city. The famous triple bridge stretches out in front of you, connecting old streets to new paths, while the Franciscan church stands boldly in the background, impossible to miss. This is where everything comes together: history, architecture, and everyday life. Street performers, locals, travellers, all crossing paths in one open space. It's more than just a square, it's the moment where Ljubljana truly reveals itself. Flowing quietly through the heart of Ljubljana, the Ljubljanica River has been the city's lifeline for thousands of years. In Roman times, when Ljubljana was known as Emona, this river was a key trade route connecting the region to the wider empire. Goods, people, and ideas all moved along these waters. But the river holds more than just history, it holds secrets. Over centuries, countless objects have been discovered beneath its surface, from ancient weapons to everyday tools, earning it a reputation as one of Europe's richest archaeological rivers. Today, the river defines the rhythm of the city. Once a vital trade route, it's now a place for slow walks, cafes, and quiet moments, where history flows just beneath the surface. And on this bridge, thousands of locks have been left behind, each one a symbol of love, turning a simple crossing into a quiet story of moments meant to last forever. And next, right in the heart of Ljubljana, the central market is where the city truly comes to life. Set along the banks of the Ljubljanica River, this isn't just a place to shop, it's part of daily life. Every morning, locals come here to pick up fresh fruit, vegetables, cheeses, and baked goods, many of them sourced by nearby farms. The market itself was designed by architect Jose Pleknek, and you can feel thoughtful design all around you. The long colonnade stretches beside the river, creating a space that's both practical and beautiful, protecting vendors from the elements while opening the market up to the city. There's a rhythm here, conversations between stallholders and regulars, the sound of footsteps on stone, and the smell of fresh bread drifting through the air. It's simple, but that's what makes it special. This is where Ljubljana slows down, where locals connect, and where you get a real sense of the city beyond the postcard views. The local markets. There's Granny's favourite stall. Just an ostrich going for a walk. Off he goes. Bizarre. Going green. Getting ready for our free walking tour. Trust Michelle to find the free walking tours. Just give them a tip and they're awesome. We've got a massive group for our free tour today. Walking through the streets of Ljubljana, you're following paths shaped over centuries, from medieval trade routes to today's lively walkways, where history, architecture and daily life all blend together. Shell's got hay fever. The Dragon's Bridge.
Claus, this is the patron saint. You might know him as the base for Santa Claus. The church itself was finished in 1706.
The door is one of the standout features of St Nicholas's Cathedral. These bronze doors were added in 1996 to mark a visit from Pope John Paul II, and they're covered in scenes from Slovenia's history.
Just walk in, okay? We don't typically do it on this tour, but maybe less minutes.
You ready?
Can.
What do you say?
It's like a shot, yeah.
It is.
Or this is how I was told to say I don't know, maybe we do it slowly.
It's actually not too bad.
Students, we
For
did
wine,
not learn.
sweeter than normal. Dog bakery. Natural dog treats.
And this bridge is called the Shoemakers. By the way, how was the blueberry and the fig? Delicious.
The thing up there though, I don't want to walk up there.
You want to get what thing?
The fun car.
Funicular. Streets of Ljubljana are a mix of Baroque, Art Nouveau and thoughtful modern design. Pastel buildings line cobblestone streets with detailed facades, balconies and elegant proportions. Much of the city was rebuilt after an earthquake in 1895, giving it a unified, refined look. Combined with pedestrian-friendly streets and open spaces, it creates a city that feels both historic and effortlessly modern. That's a good spot. Heading up to the castle, looking for the funicular. There's the funicular up the top. Why is there a kangaroo in Slovenia? From the heart of Ljubljana's old town, this glass funicular climbs steeply up to Ljubljana Castle in just 1 minute. As you rise above the rooftops, the views open up across the city and the Ljubljanica River below. It's a quick ride, but one of the best ways to take in the beauty of Slovenia's capital before stepping straight into centuries of history at the top. Perched above the city, Ljubljana Castle dates back to the 11th century, originally built as a medieval fortress. Over time, it evolved through different eras, with most of what you see today shaped in the 15th century as a defensive stronghold against invasions. Inside Ljubljana Castle, parts of the fortress were once used as a prison, holding inmates for centuries. The conditions were harsh. Small, cold stone cells with very little light, designed more for confinement than comfort. Prisoners ranged from petty criminals to political detainees, all kept within these thick defensive walls overlooking the city. It's a stark contrast to the views outside. While the castle stood as a symbol of protection, inside these rooms it told a very different story, one of isolation and survival. Today, these spaces have been preserved as part of the castle's history, offering a glimpse into the much darker chapter hidden within its walls. Inside the castle, the Chapel of St George dates back to the 15th century and remains one of the castle's most historic spaces. Over the centuries, it was redesigned in Baroque style with richly detailed frescoes and coats of arms covering the ceiling, representing the regions who once ruled from here. It wasn't just decorative, this was a working chapel, used by residents, guards and officials living within the castle walls. Today, it offers a quiet contrast to the fortress outside, giving a glimpse into the spiritual life that once existed at the heart of the castle. Trying to work out how we can get all this cash. Roof's pretty cool. All brickwork. This space inside Ljubljana Castle is a great example of how history and modern design come together. What was once part of the castle's defensive structure, a solid stone opening used to protect and control access, has now been transformed into a contemporary exhibition space. The original walls are still there, but today they frame art installations and interactive displays instead of soldiers and guards. It's a shift from defense to culture, where a place once built for protection now invites people in to explore, learn and experience the castle in a completely new way. This is one of the main entrances to Ljubljana Castle, originally designed as a defensive gateway. Anyone entering had to pass through this narrow tunnel where guards could control access and protect the fortress from potential threats. This is where you rub the guy's nose for good luck. There's the nose, look, sticking out, because everyone's rubbed it that many times. That's why it's shiny. You going to pokies again or what? Yeah, let me rub it as well. Here you go. Go on, mate. Good luck. Oh, we'll open the door. Don't worry about it. This poor guy here has been playing music since 11 o'clock this morning. That's 9 hours in the rain. He's still here, so I don't know if he was there before 11 o'clock, but he needs to think about going home.
Probably his heaters.
Bit of a weird friggin'
And long legs.
bit of a weird window shot,
But
this, huh?
it doesn't have your
It's my long
it's
legs,
got
I
your
reckon.
neck.
What about on this other one? There's a couple more
It's
over
got
here.
your muscles, look. It's got your muscles and your long legs. The hands, fingers too long.
Creepy shit in there. And that was our 48 hours in Ljubljana, a city full of charm, incredible architecture, riverside walks and great food. It may be small, but it leaves a lasting impression. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and please subscribe. See you on the next one.